What's up, everybody? It's your boy DK Bones, and yeah, you guessed it, it's another James Bond review. This time it's going to be Diamonds Are Forever, which brings back Sean Connery after his one movie away stint from On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was Bond was played by George Lansby. This is the seventh film in the James Bond series. Again, it's Sean Connery. It's based off the 1956 novel by Ian Fleming, directed by Guy Hamilton. Uh, Basically, this movie's Bond is impersonated a diamond smuggler to infiltrate a smuggling ring and uncover a plot by his old enemy, Ernest Blofeld, to use the diamonds to build a space-based laser weapon. Bond sets out to stop the smuggling, but discovers he must defeat Blofeld before he destroys Washington, D.C., and is planning to blackmail the world for nuclear supremacy. Again, this movie is made after George Lansby left the series. The producers Harry Saltzman and Albert Broccoli tested other actors, but the studio United Artists wanted Connery back. They paid Connery the record of $1.25 million, which was a lot back then, and salary for him to return. The producers were inspired by Goldfinger, the Shirley Bassey that sang Goldfinger, so they brought her back to sing the title song, which was, besides Goldfinger, this was one of her best performances. I think she sang Moonraker also. This movie was a commercial success and received positive reviews, although it's not considered among the best Bond films. The budget for this movie was $7.2 million. Box office, it made $116 million, so it did pretty good in the box office. This movie was the last Sean Connery in the James Bond series, besides Never Say Never Again, which was produced outside of the, it's not canon. It's not part of the series. So basically, at the beginning of the movie, Bond is hunting for Blofeld after the death of Tracy. He catches up with a lookalike who's getting plastic surgery done, and he kills him. But the real Blofeld, he comes to find out it's not the real Blofeld. Then it cuts to a scene with two assassins, Mr. Kidd and Mr. Witt, which this was this movie came out in '71, so the big flower child thing was going on. So these two guys portrayed two gay men. They don't kiss, but they hold hands. So it was there for people to know that they were gay. Again, they were two assassins, killed people involved in a double diamond smuggling operation. M suspects that South African diamonds are being stockpiled to depress prices by dumping, and assigns Bond to uncover the smuggling ring. Impersonate the smuggler Peter Franks. Bond travels to Amsterdam to meet the contact Tiffany Case, which you see in this picture here with Bond. Bond kills the real Franks, switches his ID to fake his own death, and assumes Frank's identity. Tiffany and Bond go to Los Angeles smuggling diamonds through Frank's corpse. At the airport, Bond meets CIA contact Peter Slider, travels to Vegas at a funeral home operating the smuggling ring. Frank's body is cremated, and then diamonds are passed on to the smuggler Shady Tree. The funeral home operator Morton Slumber double crosses Bond and Witt, and Kidd try to cremate him alive. However, Tree stops the process after discovering the diamonds and Frank's body were fake, planted by Bond and the CIA. Bond tells leader to ship the real diamonds. At the White House is WHYTE, a casino hotel owned by billionaire Bullard White. Tree works as a stand-up comedian. Tree is killed by Wit and Kid, who did not know the diamonds were fake, so they were trying to double cross each other. Anyways, there's a bunch of cat and mouse stuff going on in this movie. It's Casino. One of the coolest things in this movie was the moon buggy chase scene in the desert. And then when Bond gets back to Vegas, the car chase scene was one of the greatest car chases I've seen in movies for that time, comparing it to the Blues Brothers. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyways, Bond is he goes to White's hotel, sneaks in, finds out Blofeld's really alive. Blofeld captures Tiffany and takes her to his base out in the ocean. Bond is then led to try to find White, who's at a hideout where he fights two females, Bambi and Thumper, which was a cool scene. Later on, Bond travels to the Blofeld's hideaway in the ocean. They do a little cat and mouse back and forth stuff with each other, and White and the CIA launch an attack on the old rig where basically his base is, and then they basically Bond saves the day and destroys the base. Blofeld escapes somehow. It doesn't really show. At the end, White and Leiter send Bond and Tiffany on a cruise, and Mr. Wit and Kid on the cruise, and Bond notices the cologne smell of, I think it was Mr. Kid, of which one is which. Eventually, they kill them. Bond puts the bomb basically up his butt, up Mr. Kid's butt, and throws him off the side of the ship. He explodes, and that's the end of the movie. Show cutscene to the satellite in the sky with the diamonds. All in all, it was a to me it was like it was an action movie, but it was kind of a comedy too, in a way. I rate this as 7, based on bringing Sean Connery back. All the car chase scenes were pretty cool. You can tell that they did all that other stuff because Sean Connery, he couldn't keep up doing action stunts. And you see that a lot when Roger Moore gets up in age, he can't do things he could do. Same thing with Pierce Brosnan and also Daniel Craig. But all in all, it was a good movie, decent. It was better than On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I rated over that. A lot of beautiful women, a lot of beautiful scenery. Sean Connery done this. You can tell he was getting up in age in this movie this time. The photos, but yeah, it was a alright movie. It wasn't bad. So if you liked this review, hit the like button. If you got any comments, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed.